average farm where we have the debug console running the FPS command because the game has enjoyed freezing up on me, and I want to make sure that the FPS... I want to show you how completely random the FPS is on me today. This is no fault of the map, and to be honest, this is running better than it did for a while. So, there we go. I think it's OBS causing this. So what we did, or I did off screen, I should say, is I crashed the game. That's where I put that tractor. I was doing a bit of work, and I mowed a ton of grass, most of the grass fields on the map, in fact. And we have, it doesn't want to say, we have a load of silage in here. I will just bring up the PDA thing to show you. So we mowed a good few of the grass fields on the map and cleaned it all up. Used the forage wagon to clean it up, put it all in there. And today, what we're going to do, we're going to start with the John Deere, because I realised this is actually needed as well. We'll bring the John Deere over to the shop, because, if memory serves, I have a mixing wagon over here. Unless I brought it to the farm already, in which case it's not here. So, you might notice the sound is a small bit different today, and that's because I've got my mic where I usually store it, as opposed to where I put it for recording, and that 11 FPS is wrong. The game has actually hit 0. I usually store my mic up to one side, out, kind of somewhat out of the way, so that I don't accidentally bonk it. And I thought I could record like this because when I'm on Skype with friends, this is the way my mic is. I've actually moved it slightly and moved the pop filter. So I'm trying this out today. If it doesn't work, you'll only get probably 2 episodes of me with probably a bit of an echo from my room, on the walls, because I'm facing the walls of my room and I'm in a bit of a corner, and the game has stopped again. This is the second attempt, by the way. The first attempt was 3 minutes of the game just completely lagging out. So, yeah. Let me think. Updates on things, because there have been things happening. I haven't actually recorded for 2 days in a row, so I'm recording this yesterday, I believe. Yesterday for me, I spent about 3 hours trying to get my Xbox controller to work again. Now, for those of you who don't know, and haven't watched my videos previously, I have an official Microsoft Xbox 360 controller, a wired one, and I started off playing Farm Sim with it, which, you know, it worked fine, and then all of a sudden I got error 43 in Device Manager, and error 43 in Device Manager it's broken. That's what the error code means. It means it's broken. So I was thinking, okay, I'll Google it and see what error code 43 actually means. Turns out error code 43 in Device Manager means is not working. That's it. Device Manager error code 43 is it's broken, and I have no idea why it's broken, but it is. It's the computer shrugging at you. So I spent, because I did get it working from a code 43 error before, and if you follow me, you know, if you've watched all my videos, you'll know that I did have issues where it was knocking out my front USB ports. That hasn't been solved. In fact, I got so angry last night that I completely wrote off the controller. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Where did I put the thingies? See, this is the issue with my playstyle, is I leave things just abandoned. So the John Deere's still running while I'm running around the farm desperately looking for the New Holland again. Because I'm going to be putting the straw bales into the mixing wagon. And I want to have the New Holland loader arm on the New Holland tractor because OCD and reasons. But yes, I have decided to write off my Xbox controller. It is dead. There is probably somebody out there somewhere who can fix it. But I just... There comes a point where you have to say, okay, well this is getting silly now. I'm just wasting time for the sake of wasting time. I've got nothing done today. In fact, no, I did get something done yesterday. I will be quite honest, I did get something done yesterday. I rigged my keyboard to crash my computer. I had to uninstall all my USB ports. I forgot to uninstall one program before I did that. That being Razer Synapse, which runs the light functions and macro functions on my keyboard. And what happened was the keyboard drivers reinstalled themselves, which confused the living daylights out of Windows, and every time I touched a key, it would crash Windows. Which, you know, it's a keyboard. Kinda needed to input the password on my login screen for my entire computer. That was an issue. I had to use on-screen keyboard to put in my password. Now, if you've never used on-screen keyboard, consider yourself lucky. When that's the only option open to you, you know you're after causing a bit of a trouble. A bit of a trouble, yes. So I'm moving the weight to the back of the tractor just to keep hold of it. I'm going to attach the front loader arms, hopefully. There we go. I'm going to detach the bale spike. That's going to be used later on for square bales, once I get a square baler. But right now I'm going to attach the bale grabs because we got round bales. So let's go. So I may get interrupted in the very near future. I'm expecting my mother home from the shops in the next 10 minutes, which is going to be fun for the episode. I'm expecting my mother home from the shops in the next 10 minutes. Last night, she ordered from Argos, which is, if you live in the UK, it's a kind of like Walmart-ish kind of thing. It's got a lot of products, but it's really hard to describe. It's like the IKEA of everything. It's got loads of products, but they're all hidden away in a warehouse, and you look through a brochure to see what you want. So she found in the Argos, on the Argos website actually, an Xbox 360 controller. If you spot me just toggling courseplay very quickly, it's because my mouse has unbound itself again on the screen. She found an Xbox controller in the brochure that has LEDs and all that stuff that I don't really care about. Hey, it was cheaper than the official Microsoft product. It's a third-party one. I've heard good things about it, so she ordered that last night, and she went in today to pick it up. Because with Argos you can just because they have physical stores, you can reserve one, and you just go into the store you reserved it at to it's not picking up sound, is it? There we go. No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know how much of that you heard, because the game completely jammed up things. But with Argos, you can reserve items at a specific store. Now the nearest store to me is only 10 miles away, so we can do that very easily. And she reserved an Xbox controller with LEDs and all those fancy things that I don't really care about, but they're on it, so okay. It's a third-party product, which worries me slightly, but it is cheaper than the official Microsoft licensed product. Well, the official Microsoft product, I should say, it is licensed. It is officially licensed by Microsoft, so it is above board. It's not some cheap Chinese ripoff. By the way, if you're getting products, you're almost always better off going for the official brand or brands that you know. Don't know if you heard that. You're better. Oh, for the love of God, game! Stop this nonsense. I'm honestly not sure at this point if it's OBS screwing up or the game screwing up or both. Oh good, the mouse is unbound again. So I'm gonna just stop here so the frame rate can stabilize a bit and not move the mouse, because I want to show you another mod that I've got. In fact, it's 2 mods. So mod 1 is PDA. So I can go through PDA, look at my storage, look at the prices, my finances, first day on the map, my animals. It's all very nice. And then this is never mind, the statistics. Here's the second mod. It shows me the animal fattening pages. So here we go. We've got 101 lambs and 5,000 litres of silage in with them, and importantly 864 litres of slurry. That means that we are well on our way to having a completely free farm. Once the soybeans grow, we're actually further along the road. Now once we get some bales in with the sheep, once we get some straw in with the sheeps, the lambs, they will also start producing manure. So we'll be getting two different types of fertilizer, essentially. Why is this bale not wanting to come out? Oh, it was stuck on the side. So we'll have 2 different types of manure, more or less. Which, if you didn't know, 2 different types is better than 1, because then we can swap up in the middle of a fertilizing round or something. Plus it gives us options. We can do some sort of crop rotation where we pair specific crops with specific kinds of manure and whatnot. So another thing that I'm going to try and do on this map is I will bring it up to 110, so that's better enough. Another thing that I'm going to try and do on this map is it this John Deere causing the problem? Huh. Sorry about that. Another thing I'm going to try and do on the map is I'm going to try on this map only, because I got plans for other maps. I'm going to try to not go into debt at all. That means no loans, no squeaking the money down to like €5. Still haven't changed to pounds. I don't think I ever will at this point. No squeaking the money down to €5 and saying, well, I'm good because I've still got some money, and then going into debt during the harvest. No. That's not going to happen. I've decided this. I'm going to keep the money in the positive all the time. And I do have plans to expand on that in Season 4, which will be starting very soon on a map I haven't quite decided on yet. Got a couple in mind, just need to check them out. If you haven't guessed, our map spotlights are essentially gone off the channel. Number 1, I don't have time to be making them anymore. My hands are full almost all the time at the moment, so I don't have time to be making map spotlights. And number 2, I don't think my style of map spotlight works all that well. Just remember, if you see me talking in courseplay like that, it means it's unbound itself again. So I know we don't have the correct number of sheeps, the correct number of lambs. because I know I've got more than 100 subscribers at the moment. I haven't checked how many I do have because I haven't opened Firefox yet. I do use Firefox as a browser. Google Chrome had some... Well, I'll put it this way. Chrome had some issues where there was a memory leak. Firefox, for some bizarre reason, has the exact same issue, so there must be something wrong with something along the line. Also, Flash Player loves to crash in Firefox. Oop. Okay. No thank you, could have asked. That was my antivirus shouting at me because apparently it found some malware and then decided it wanted to do a boot time scan. How did I manage to Austin Powers this? Okay. So, for those of you who don't know what boot time scan means, hey, do you want to restart your computer right now after you just started it up? I've asked, why didn't you ask me this last night when I was going to be turning off my computer anyway? So, as you can see, we've got straw going in. I'll bring up my... So, for 101 sheep, they take 5,000 litres of straw. That's perfectly fine by me. I'm just going to leave the straw mixer down here for now. And that went a bit faster than I expected. To be quite honest, I expected to have 2 or 3 runs. So, what I'm going to do now is... I'm getting reasonably comfortable with this map, for the most part. What I'm going to do is... I am going to go back down to the farm, get the thing, I'm going to get the trailer. I'm going to bring it up to field... I'm going to say field 8, we're going to start with. And we're going to fast forward time. So fast forwarding time means we're going to have a harvest very soon. And having a harvest very soon means that all of the trouble we had last time is going to start all over again. Which is going to be fun. Also, I've decided to modify the rule regarding headers, and I'm modifying it for one very good reason. That's because, honestly, I don't think in reality you would constantly have the headers on header trailers, regardless of size. I think if you could get a folding header that went to less than the width of the header trailer, and you can see where I'm going here. If you get a header like that, you would just put it on the combine, fold it up, and get the combine onto the field. I mean, why would you want an unnecessary step of putting a header on a combine if you don't absolutely 100% have to? So, let's bring this over to field 8. Actually field 1 because I'm already there. So what I'm going to do temporarily, I'm just going to park it up like that. I will dump down the trailer in a moment, but I'm going to need it to be mobile just for the first couple of rounds because I know for a fact the combine isn't going to like it. So let's get the combine and bring it out onto the field. Or out to the field at the very least. I don't mind, I think you guys don't mind either if I stop up on the road and just bring the combine into the field from there. Because, you know, 90% of the trip has been, well, 99% of the trip has been done on the trailer, it's not been on the roads. It's just that last 1% of unloading the combine into the field that is... I don't want to be running over the crops if I can avoid it, is basically what I'm saying here. And I've made a big mistake here, haven't I? Can I even get this round? I think there might be a way to get this round. I can't find it. Okay, now let's try it. Really cut there, like that. Okay, let's get everything going. And I'm not moving. Wonderful. Okay, so let's try it again. Third time's a disaster. Oh, yes! That was troublesome. You can see why I want to just bring the combine in normally, is because I just don't have the room to be reversing it, so I'm gonna leave the trailer there for now, and before I even get into the combine I'm gonna turn around. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna lose some FPS here doing this. I'm gonna go get the header trailer, and once that's by the field, we'll end the episode. So the header trailer's down here, and hopefully you can hear me all episode. This is gonna be an experiment for the next 2 episodes, just to see how it turns out. If it's terrible, I apologize. Like this episode and the next episode will have weird sound, and I'll be looking at it in post-production just to see how it sounds and how it turns out, but I really want to get... well, I need to get... oh, dang it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to break the rules. Gonna have to drive the combine on the road now. I have absolutely no choice in the matter. I'm gonna have to drive the combine back down there to pick up the header. God dang it. So the lambs are at 30% productivity, which could be better, but I have no real chance to fix that at the moment. But I'm just not going to. So let's get the combine off the trailer. And just in the interest of safety, let's put the beacons on because this is an emergency mission. And now you can see why I've modified the rule. If you touch the header trailer off anything, the header's gone. And that's infuriating. So let's get the header. In fact, is the header wider than the combine? And by how much? By more than the combine's clear of the trailer, that's for sure. So let's get the combine into the field, and we'll fast forward time, and I'm going to cheer myself up before the next episode, because I am not in a good mood because of the Giants locking strip being absolutely shambolic. So I'm going to fast forward time 24 hours in game, off screen, just because it's going to waste a bit of time, and I don't want to be wasting time in the episode because of reasons. And we're then going to get the combine running, and we may have to do it manually because I can't think of anything else to do. So let's just get it into the field at the very least. It's there. Okay. Testing time. I just want to see if the header of the combine is wider than the trailer by a lot. Oh, it is. Okay. With the sample, I'd be quite happy. I may swap to the Sampo header, or the Sampo Rosenblue header, because that actually does fit onto the trailer, I think. In any case, I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Oldridge Farm. Please comment, like, subscribe, and all that nonsense that every YouTuber wants you to do, because it helps so very much. I will see you next time, and until then, stay safe and goodbye.